नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतिरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मूगं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, so what is the offense which the son of Dronacharya Ashwathama did? What is the offense he do?
Tried to kill the child in the womb of Uttara.
That is one thing. He tried to kill Parishad Maharaj, who was in the womb of Uttara. Then, that is he by sending a Brahmastra.
We headed the son.
Before that also he did something.
Killing of the Pandavas, sons of the Pandavas.
The sons of the Pandavas. He killed the 5 sons of Pandavas. Now in this incident where whether Ashwathama should be punished or not is based on which crime he did. Which one?
Trying to kill
six
Parishad
offenses.
Maharaj, right? Because he have sent Brahmastra now. So the Brahmastra is sent, and then for that reason. No, this is not that, no.
Mataji, this is for the killing of the Pandavas.
Killing of the Pandavas son. Yes. It's for the killing of the Pandavas son. Because that's why Draupadi says, I lost 5 children. Kripi, that is Ashwathama's mother, after losing him, she will feel more bad. So, no, that is one of the reasons, no, why he was saved.
Yeah.
Yes.
Secondly, Mataji, Vam Swabhav, the ladies are kind-hearted. And
is a kind-hearted.
Yeah, and secondly, respect to the son of a Brahmana should be given. That was another reason.
Let's take from everyone. So the arguments for both for and against the execution of Ashwathama is discussed from text 35 to 52. So I hope all of you have read it. Okay, now let's start. So as Prabhu mentioned, she is like very soft-hearted Draupadi, and you can see like Ashwathama is being captured by Arjuna and Bhima, all of them were there, and Krishna also is there. And some are like for killing him, some are like not to kill him. So there are arguments. So one is yes, because she have suffered the separation from her 5 sons. She don't want the same thing for Kripi to also to happen. No, and she's soft-hearted. Okay, any other reason? Any other devotee? Prananandini Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
I'll be saying about the four Mataji, why he should be killed.
Yes.
Because he has committed the abominable act of killing the innocent boys in their sleep, and he has violated the codes of religious war, Mataji. That
so the innocent boys were killed, so he have actually violated the law, the rules. Actually, Kshatriyas can kill another Kshatriya. When can they kill each other?
Only as a defense.
On the
the
battle
time. Yeah, so the defense time, or it said that you should not attack somebody without a weapon. And here they are innocent boys and they were sleeping. Actually, Ashwathama mistook them for Pandavas, but still, even if he mistook them, when he thought Pandavas were sleeping, as a Kshatriya, he should not attack when the other opposite party is sleeping, no? Actually, how is the war announced? It is announced and they should be ready with weapons. Then the Kshatriya can fight. Otherwise, you can't fight. That's not the. So he violated that rules and principles. Yes, Supriya Mataji.
Mataji, one of the reason not to punish is because he being the son of a revered Guru Dronacharya. So by birth,
the son of a Brahmana, no?
Yes.
He's also son of a Brahmana, and the Guru, Guru's son. Very, very. There are 7 mothers, no? In that, Guru's wife is also one of our mother. So when Guru's wife becomes your mother, Guru's son becomes your brother. So it's like killing their own brother. Yes. Supriti Mataji, any other reason? For or against? You can tell.
For executing Ashwatthama is he killed the sons who were the heirs of the kingdom, no Mataji, who were the future kings of the Rajya. So
Yes.
he killed them. And
Yes.
it was against Kshatriya, and he acted out of envy.
Yes, he acted out of envy. Yes, Dinesh Prabhu, another point.
Mataji, I have taken out 6 points in favor and 13 points against killing. So what should I tell? In favor?
Yes.
In favor, it
Whichever
is.
point they didn't cover, whichever point Mataji's didn't cover, you can tell.
Then, Mataji, in favor is principle of life for life. It purifies sin
principle
of
of life.
killing. It is supported by Manu Samhita because if he is killed here, then he will not go to hell in the next birth. So that is
Yes.
one point.
So that is why there's the death sentence when it's given. Like somebody murdered someone and in the court they hang you to death or something. That is good actually because karma takes away there. Otherwise, if they are not killed, next life they will be killed. So mamsa also it means that no, you kill somebody, you will be killed. That is the law of nature. So as Prabhu said, life for life, like you, because he killed, he should also be killed. Okay, Mandagni Mataji, any other reason?
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. He is like for a reason is like compassion is superior to revenge. Draupadi's instinct is like forgiveness, even towards the murderer of her sons. And
Yes.
her vision of dharma is shaped by Krishna's compassion and not anger. And she believes that forgiveness uplifts both the forgiver and the forgiven. So, she was more concerned about the Pandavas. They should not incur any sin because it's a
Yes, very good.
big sinful activity to kill the Brahmanas.
Yes, very nice.
It's
So
really
she was
very
more
sinful.
worried about the sinful activity, no? The reaction of killing. That is very nicely thought because normally we can't think in that particular distress condition. She lost her 5 sons, but she's thinking about her husband should not incur sin by killing a Brahmabandhu. Very nice. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Mataji, one more. Brahmana's body is really sacred. Aswatthama is like he's born as a Brahmana. There's a Brahma Bandhu. Still, like killing a Brahmana invites several reaction as we discussed. And Draupadi protects the sanctity of Brahmanas despite his crime. So that is already covered, Mataji, like this
Okay.
compassionate and all.
Yeah, Anupama Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, for against killing him, at no time Ashwadama showed remorse or was pained at the aftermath of the war. And if he had been executed, the misery which he should have suffered would have been very temporary. It would not have, the execution would have ended his suffering. So to make him suffer more, he should not be executed.
Yeah. So Krishna supported or Krishna was against killing?
Krishna was against killing.
No,
Huh?
Mataji, actually
Krishna
he
supported.
supported.
He
Krishna
advised
supported.
punishment. He
Krishna also
advised
supported.
Supporter.
Who was against killing?
Yudhishthira.
Yudhishthira.
Draupadi,
Yes,
Draupadi.
Draupadi.
And Draupadi.
Draupadi and Yudhishthira was against killing. But then Krishna was for killing. Okay. Now, though he violated the codes of religious war. Krishna says that you should not show mercy on this Brahmavatu because he killed the innocent boys in their sleep. Okay, he violated the codes of religious war. He said he was careless, he was intoxicated, insane, and he killed the sleeping boys. Actually, women, children, the Brahmanas, cows, they should be protected. Okay, so and then that they were without weapon. They didn't have any weapon, and the enemy cannot be killed just by like that. Okay, so here it is, and also Draupadi was feeling so compassionate, no. So she was a devoted wife, and also she was thinking about Kripi, who is Dronacharya's devoted wife, and she's like, don't make Kripi cry like me. Okay, do not make the devoted wife of Dronacharya cry like me. So that is what she felt. Draupadi was against killing Ashwatthama. That's because he's a Brahmana and he's the son of the spiritual master. And yes, as Mataji said, they might incur sin by killing. And by Dronacharya's mercy, Pandavas have learned the military arts. They have learned military arts because of Dronacharya's mercy. And Dronacharya is represented by his son, Ashwathama. So Kripi is still living also. Kripi is also living. And Dronacharya, actually, the guru is represented by his son. Like any man is represented by their son. So that again, you should not kill. And not good to cause pain to them. And also, if the kingly administrative order offends the Brahmanical order, then enrage them, and then fire burns the royal's family. So the sin might incur, or they will get the sin. Yes, Dinesh Prabhu?
In fact, 2 points I would like to mention. Firstly, Krishna was not in favor of killing of Ashwatthama. He was just testing the principles of religion, how much are they respected by Arjuna, number one. Secondly, the Kriti had not committed sati because there was a son who was there to protect her. After death of Dronacharya, Kriti had son, so she had not committed sati. That is why she was, Ashwatthama should not be killed because the mother was still alive. Those are two reasons. And
Yes.
because had she been committed self-immolation by doing sati, then in that case probably Ashwatthama could have been killed. And as I mentioned about Lord Krishna, Krishna was just testing. This is mentioned in one of the verses that Krishna tests all his pure devotees under critical circumstances or under conditions of crisis, and sees that they come out the crisis on the basis of principles of religion. So Krishna was just testing. He was though apparently saying that yes, kill him, but it was not really his intention. He was testing.
Lord Krishna tested Arjuna in Dharma, and then Arjuna passed the test. So in the 35th sloka, it is said what sin Ashwatthama have done. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Mainam Partarhasi Tratum Brahma Bandhum Imam Jahi Yo Asau Anagasa Suptan Avadin Nishipalakan. So Lord Krishna said, oh Arjuna, you should not show mercy by releasing the relative of the Brahmana, the Brahma Bandhu. Why? Because he had killed the innocent boys in their sleep. No, which is very, very sinful when you say like a Brahma Bandhu. Why? Because as we know, he's addressed not as a Brahmana because he don't follow the rules and regulations. And what is the analogy Prabhupada mentions in the purport of a Brahma Bandhu?
The son of a judge, Mataji.
Yes, very good. The son of a High Court judge. So son of a High Court judge, we can't say he is also a High Court judge. No, he can be a relative of the High Court judge. For that, he should undergo the training. He should undergo LLB, LLM, and then become a High Court judge. So that is one of the High Court judge analogy Prabhupada mentions it. That similarly for Brahmanical qualification, Guna Karma Vibhagasha. And Mattam Pramattam Unmattam Suptam Bhalam Striya Jadam Prapannam Viratam Beatam Narupam Bhanti Dharmavit. So a person who knows the principle of religion does not kill an enemy who is careless, intoxicated, insane, asleep, afraid, or devoted of his chariot. Nor does he kill a boy, woman, a foolish creature, a surrendered soul. So Ashwatthama also comes in that. Actually, Ashwatthama killed boys who were very, very innocent. Actually, a boy, a woman, they should not attack. Okay, even though they are their enemies. And they were careless in the sense they are young boys. They were like intoxicated in the sense they were sleeping. They were asleep. Okay, devoid of chariot. They didn't have any weapon with them. They didn't have any chariot with them. So that is wrong of the principles of religion is not maintained here. So we should not kill by a warrior of these things. But then what did he do? He violated these laws. Swaprananya paraprane prapshutnati agrana kala tadvadastasya hi shreyo yaddoshat yadi ada puman. A cruel and wretched person who maintains his existence at the cost of others' lives deserves to be killed of his own well-being. Otherwise, he will go down by his own actions. So yes, and Draupadi, okay. Yes, Siddha Mataji, yeah, you can share it, no?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, you can try now.
Yeah, trying, Mataji. Is it visible, Mataji?
Yes, yes. So this is what
So,
Mataji. Yeah, you can explain, Mataji.
yeah, Mataji, mostly all points are covered. I'll just give the comparison. For execution of Ashwathama, Lord Krishna and Bhim were advocating, and for against the execution, Arjun and Draupadi had voted. So Lord Krishna starts saying that Arjun should not show mercy by releasing the relative of Brahmana, and here Krishna is very clear by representing the Ashwathama as a relative of Brahmana. For he has killed the innocent sons, because it is not it has to be qualification attained, and it's not given by birth. So Arjun's view here in 1.7.40 is that he considers that Ashwathama is the son of his great teacher, and therefore though he is unworthy, he should be spared. In 36, Lord Krishna again says that a person who does not follow the codes of the religious wars and he kills an enemy who is careless, intoxicated, insane, asleep, afraid, or devoid of spirit, or he kills a boy, woman, a foolish creature, or a surrendered soul, should be punished. Whereas now Draupadi comes up with her views, and she says that Kripi did not undergo sati because she had a son, Ashwathama. That is, he's the representative of Dronacharya. Therefore, it would be not advisable to kill Ashwathama, because that would lead Kripi to undergo sati. So this was the argument given by Draupadi. Lord Krishna again in 37 presents his view and states that he is a cruel and wretched person, and he is living at the cost of others' existence, and therefore he should be killed, otherwise he will go down by his own actions. The Draupadi counters it by saying that a slight insult to a respectable family like a Dronacharya's family is sufficient to invoke grief to the kingly family, the administrative family which Arjun belonged to. So she is very careful in dealing with the worshipful family, and this was her argument presented. Lord Krishna again says in 38 that Arjun has personally promised Draupadi that he would bring the head of the killer of her son, so he should fulfill his promise. To this, Draupadi again says, because she's a very sympathetic lady, she says that she does not want Dronacharya's wife to be in the same position of childlessness, because she herself is mother and she understands the feeling, and she also respects the position held by the Dronacharya's wife. For which Lord Krishna again expressed that the man is an assassin and he has murdered the family members. Not only that, he has also dissatisfied his master, so he should be killed. For that, Draupadi again says that one who offends the Brahmana's order could enrage the burns, and which could destroy the royal family, that is Arjun's family, because they are going to create a disorder within a respectable family, that is Dronacharya's family. In conclusion, we can say that Lord Krishna is put to the test to his devotees. So he was simply trying to test Arjun, because he tries to magnify the sense of the duty of his devotees. So he knew Arjun was in complete sense of his duty, and Krishna was well aware. So he just had put Arjun in the state of test. And here Arjun and Draupadi were the one who were against the execution of Ashwathama. And these are the summary, that because he was a son of Dronacharya and he has learned military science from him, so it was not justified from the point of moral view. And the Drona's wife of Dronacharya should also be treated with compassion, and she should not also put into the grief like Draupadi's sons have died. So she was very compassionate. She has taken these decisions under full knowledge. She felt of equality and she spoke out of her personal experience. She was a mother, so she has done a calculation, because she wanted to show a proper respect to Dronacharya's family. In the last, Bhima, although in the 51st sloka, says that he completely disagrees, and he recommends that the killing of the culprit, because he has murdered the sleeping children for no purpose, and and it was not in interest of his master as well. So Bhima and Krishna has put forth for the execution of Ashwathama, and Draupadi and Arjun have spoken against the execution of Ashwathama. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hey Krishna, so very nicely done, Mataji. So we could come to the conclusion, like all of you agree now for these points.
Yes,
So
Mataji.
these points are beautifully mentioned in the purports of Srila Prabhupada. And
Yes.
also, yes, Draupadi, because of her female nature, she was well behaved, and she had the respect for a Brahmana. Okay, Vama Swabhava, yes, mild and gentle nature of Draupadi. So that also is displayed here. And she's a devotee also. And Draupadi's another name is Krishna, it is said. So she's been a very gentle person here. So you can see we covered those verses because to know that, and also who have promised Draupadi that he will bring the head.
Arjuna. Arjuna.
Arjun.
Yeah,
Arjun.
Arjuna have actually promised it. And so Krishna is telling Arjuna, yes, Krishna is actually testing here. You could say that Krishna tests his devotees to magnify the sense of duty. So similarly, Krishna encouraged Arjuna outwardly, but inside Krishna, no, right? What the duty of a person is actually killing whoever, like the aggressors can be killed. Somebody attacks you with weapon, somebody. So like that, Ashwatthama actually attacked with weapon to the sons of Pandavas. But then sin should not incur because he's the son of the spiritual master, Brahmana, Brahmabandhu. Okay, so for that's why morning also I was telling how Tulsi Parikrama is important. No, Brahma Hatyadi Pakanicha, like the killing of a Brahmana is considered to be a highest sinful activities. A cow, a Brahmana. So then that Papa is also taken care just by doing circumambulating the Tulsi. So it's very, very important how Tulsi Maharani gives mercy in spiritual life. So yes, here these are the arguments for and against for killing Dronacharya. Okay, so here, so Sutta Uvacha. So after that, now what happened? So after how Krishna encouraged Arjuna, like Krishna was telling Arjuna, yes, you have to kill. But then that idea, we can see that later on Arjuna, because he knows that what is right, what is not. And yes, Yudhishthira Maharaj, yes, Bhima was for it, right? Yes. Okay. So we'll go to the next sloka. So after that, what happened? We'll see. So now Ashwatthama was bound with rope like an animal, and Draupadi actually sees that and she feels compassionate. So that's what after that it is said. Okay. And she is Vama Swabhava, it is said, or in the sense she is the most mild character. So it means very, very soft hearted. So here it's not Hridya Dhaurpalyam or Durlabha. You can't say it is the negative part. No, it's not a negative thing what she's thinking, but she's thinking in the right perspective. But then she was in grief. Still, she was able to think like that. No, so but then Arjuna was actually kind of angry at that time because that anger is not wrong. Arjuna was angry in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. That is the right use of anger in Krishna consciousness. Who else used anger like that?
Hanuman, Mataji, Hanuman.
Hanuman, very good. Yes, Hanuman burned the whole Langa with his tail on fire. So that also happened. So we'll see now what happens after that, after the discussion we had. Okay, so based on the principle, so you can see he's reminding the promise also. In the text 38, we can see the promise what he told to bring the head also. So that so Lord Krishna recommends killing Ashwatthama for that. And Ashwatthama's social position, like family point of view, like of the son of being the son of Dronacharya, and he displeased his own master, Duryodhan. How Duryodhan was displeased by Ashwatthama?
By the killing, he did not approve the killing, Mataji.
Yes. Duryodhan was not happy when he heard the 5 sons of Pandavas were killed. Actually, Ashwatthama thought, oh, Duryodhan will be happy. No, Duryodhan was not happy. So he's displeased him. And so Krishna was actually testing Arjuna's sense of duty in text 40. And of other duties, devotees were also put to test by the Lord, like Gopis, Prahalad Maharaj. Gopis, when were they put to test by the Lord?
In the Ras Leela, Mataji.
Yeah, actually there. So in Rasa Leela also the gopis were put into test in the sense they were not allowed to come first of all from the home, and Krishna tested their patience in that way. And later on when they were little proud, and Krishna just left them and went. And Krishna was actually seeing, and the sense of duty means because they were grihasthas, the gopis had to take care of their family, the in-laws, the children, but Krishna tested them in the sense what will they do when they hear the flute sound. So most of them, they left their material body at home and they went. In the sense, a material body was serving the family and doing all that, but it's the spiritual body which actually left, it is said. Okay, so Prahalad Maharaj, yes, he was so many ways tested by Hiranyakashipu's attack, but still he never gave up his devotional service. Okay, so Prabhupada quotes, Prabhupada says that it's very important to cross these tests and win the test in devotional service. So nature of Draupadi as a mother, okay, we can see in the text 42 that where she was Vamaswabhava, so is mild and compassionate. You can see in the picture now how this Ashwatthama was tied and kept, and then Arjuna, but Krishna was here, and Draupadi saying that she pays obeisances and due respect to Ashwatthama. Although Ashwatthama was in such a derogatory position, bound like an animal due to his offense, still she was mild, she was doing her duty, and she was actually compassionate, and she was thinking about his mother. Okay, so 6 reasons given by Draupadi to not kill Ashwatthama. Draupadi's analysis of the situation. Ashwatthama is a Brahmana who is like a spiritual master representing his father, and Pandava's obligation to Dronacharya as a martial guru. So they should not kill Dronacharya's son, because what are they giving back? No, they're giving back their... but the same argument Arjuna said as a reason not to fight in the battle of Kurukshetra, no?
Yes, Mataji.
What was that? What is the argument he put?
Compassion, no enjoyment, sin, destruction of
Compassion is not here.
tradition, indecision.
No, here, what is the reason told here? Not compassion.
Killing his own family members.
Yeah, own family members and sin. Sin will be
sinful activity.
Okay, so because, and he also said, no, about Dronacharya, not family members. He said because it's sin to the guru. So he said it's sinful activity to do that, to kill his own guru. And okay, so Draupadi shows compassion to Kripi, the wife of Dronacharya. Okay, Kripi had only one son. And if that one son is taken, Draupadi is already suffering the pangs of separation. See, a mother lose one child or 5 children, all are same, because the mother loves every child equally, in equal level. She can't show any partiality to any son or daughter. She equally loves everyone. So one child she lose, she'll be fully in grief. 5 children also, she'll be fully in grief. So Draupadi, she's already in grief, and she have experienced what a mother experienced during separation from their children. So she is showing compassion to Kripi, the wife of Dronacharya. And she says we should not cause grief to the glorious family members who was respectable and worshipable, that is their Dronacharya's family, because she had experienced the pain of being childless. So she did not want Kripi to experience the pain of being childless. Now sometimes once before my marriage itself, I was working in a gynec hospital. So I was not knowing, I never experienced a pregnancy or a delivery pain. So when patients come, I really don't know what pain they are going through. But I've seen some staff, nurses, they go and they've been very compassionate and they're helping them and all that. But I've seen the same staffs, if they don't have a child, if somebody who's not married, young girls, they'll be rude to the patients, the mothers to be, because they have not experienced pregnancy pain, delivery pain. So they don't know what the patient is experiencing. So it is very important to go through that experience. Unless and until you go through that experience, you won't feel that compassion or mercy. That is true, no? All of you agree?
Yes, Mataji, that is called empathy.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, yes,
Empathy will not come otherwise.
Yeah.
Mataji, we tend to judge the other person unless and until we are placed in that situation.
Yeah, I still remember I saw young nurses, they go for a break. They take turns. It's like shift, morning, afternoon, evening shift. So I am there from 8 to 8. I work 12 hours. So I know all the shift nurses coming. So when they give handover and the nurses shift, they'll start complaining. See, this patient is like this patient is like that. She's doing overaction or she's doing exaggerating the pain. No, it's not exaggerating. Young nurses are telling like that because they have not personally experienced the pain. But elderly nurses, they understand, yes, pain will be there. That to delivery pain is compared to what? Compared to what,
Cardiac arrest.
Not only that.
Breaking of bones.
Breaking of bones.
Breaking of thousands of bones, it seems it's so painful. So it is painful. So those who experience, they know. So, but then here she have experienced the pain of being childless, in the sense the death of her children. She's experienced the pain. So she don't want Kripi to experience that pain of being childless. So that compassion had come. And one should be fearful of offending a highly spiritually advanced caste, that is, they are Brahmanas, and we should not offer high esteem to Brahmanas, or one should offer high esteem to Brahmanas by quality. Yes, even though Ashwathama is Brahmabandhu, he doesn't have a quality, but Kripi and Dronacharya both had these qualities. And so Prabhupada concludes in the purport. He says, while one should be mild and gentle in the name of being mild, one should not lose one's sense of discrimination. Okay, we should, sometimes they take advantage of a devotee. No, that should not happen. Yeah, in the war also, yes, because Gandhari's children were killed, Yes, probably she was actually compassionate for that also, killing Kshatriyas. That was Kshatriya children, but then Brahmana children, yes, we should be very careful. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I wanted to ask one question. Like you were saying, devotees are tested by Lord Krishna by placing in a very difficult situation. So this question surprises me. Is it really a testing or is it karmic account?
No, karma
Consequence of
also
karma.
comes. Yes, because of karma also comes, but through that karma, Krishna tests you. Because see, if there is no good, bad karma coming back, reaction, then there is no test for a devotee. But still the devotee have to face test. Yes, there will be test done by the Lord. Okay, the Lord does. The Rukmini Devi, I heard, Rukmini Devi also Krishna tested by that kidnapping scene, and that she's Lakshmi Devi herself. So it's not only karmic reaction coming back, like for Prahlad Maharaj. Is it his karma coming back? That he was pushed from a cliff, he was given poison, he was tried to bit by a snake or an elephant. All that was his karma.
No, it was to set him as
Prahlad
an
Maharaj
example.
is,
It was
he is
glorifying.
eternal
Set him as
associate
an
of the Lord.
example.
Yeah, he's setting example. Similarly, some of the reasons, in some cases, it's not the karma coming back. We don't know exactly which is what, only Krishna knows. But most of us are conditioned. Prahlad Maharaj is a pure devotee. For him, it's not karma. But for us, most of it will be karmic reaction that is coming back. So Krishna tests in that way that it has to be reactions. But when you do bhakti, that reaction become milder. It's supposed to have a big reaction. Because you're doing devotional service, Krishna decreases it. But Krishna tests. Not Krishna actually. Maya Devi also put a test because she wanted to send only sincere people to Krishna. So she keep testing. You all didn't experience the Maya trapping us? From day one, like from Brahma Muhurta, Maya will start tricking us, no?
Yes.
By snoozing the alarm.
Yes, Mataji.
Snoozing the alarm is actually Maya. Snoozing is
Mataji,
actually Maya, no?
is it really testing or is it a gold being purified? Like a gold is purified in a
No.
molten
While
vessel.
getting tested, the purification happens in us. So while the test, then there is no purification. It goes simultaneously. Testing and purification go simultaneously, Mataji. By testing, the purification in us happens. And Lakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
When I land up in difficult situations, I try to be very calm and patient. But one day comes when my volcano erupts, and then all my calmness which I have maintained is wasted. So that I need to change.
Yes. So that all of us have to fight with anartha. See, you are able to understand what your problem is now. That is Krishna's mercy, it is said. Like most of them, they think they don't have any anarthas. But when you realize that this is my defect, or I get angry, or this is what happens to me, that is actually Krishna's blessing, it is said. Krishna will help us how to overcome it. Somebody raised their hand. Who was that? Lakshmi
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna
Hare.
Mataji. Mataji, I wanted to ask that since the Dronacharya was a Brahman and he was a Brahman and Ashwathama did not have any Brahman quality, but still they fought in the war of Kurukshetra. But was that justified, Mataji? Because Brahmanas were not supposed to fight in the battle.
Because Dronacharya was in the kingdom of Duryodhan, he was financially supported by Duryodhan. He had to be there. In that case, even Bhishma Dev didn't want to fight in the battle. But because as an obligation to the financial support Dronacharya, this Duryodhan was giving. Because if you become a government servant and you don't like to do a strike, there is some strike, something against something. And then all the government officials are supposed to do it. If you don't want it, you're forced to do it, no? Because you're a government official. Similarly, since Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya were supported financially by Duryodhan, even though inside they were supporting the Pandavas, externally they had to, that's why they kept silent when Draupadi was disrobed. Draupadi
Yes.
very compassionately looked at Dronacharya and Bhishmacharya, but they didn't do anything because they were silent, because they were under Duryodhan for the financial support reason. So they kept quiet. So in that way, that was just they were forced to take part in the battle. Otherwise, they wouldn't have, because they love the Pandavas, no? Dronacharya as well
Oh.
as Bhishma, both of them, they like Pandavas so much. So these are the some of the reasons, as we said, that for and against killing Ashwatthama. Yes, Jyoti Mataji?
Mataji, didn't Bhishma and Dronacharya have faith in God that the Lord will support them? Why should one take support of such evil-minded people?
Yeah, they were devotees. Bhishma Dev is a devotee, otherwise Bhishma Stuti will not be there. And he could not chant Vishnu Sahasranam during the end of his life. So they are devotees, but it is just for a pastime purpose, Mataji, to show that even though you may be a great devotee or anything, but sometimes things doesn't work as we think, or sometimes they are forced to do something sinful. So it is just to show us an example of pastime, that only if Krishna supports us can we be successful. Because Pandavas had Krishna with them, no? So, and Bhishma Dev towards the end showed how Krishna himself showed how he was glorifying Bhishma Dev. And even that pastime of taking the weapon, no, breaking his own promise to support Arjuna. And Bhishma Dev made Krishna break his promise. So all that is for what? Nijabritya Bhashitam, to prove the words of Bhishma Dev true. So yes, they are devotees, but just for a pastime purpose, all this happens. Okay, what is that sloka? Satyam vidatum nijabritya bhashitam vyaptim jabudeshu akileshu chatmana adrishya tatyal budarupam udpahan stambe sabhayam namrikam namanisham. Satyam vidatum nijabritya bhashitam, to prove the words of his devotees true. Krishna appeared as Nasimha. Stambe sabhayam, in the assembly, from the pillar, Namrikam Namanisham. Was not an animal, not a human. Like it was half man, half lion form, which is Narsima. So to prove the words of a devotee, Krishna can go to any extent. Okay. So Draupadi's tolerance is highlighted in these slokas, and the quality of compassion of a pure devotee. She's been a pure devotee, and that's why she was against killing Ashwatthama. So, but Yudhishthira and Arjuna and Lord Krishna and other Pandavas, what was Yudhishthira's analysis? This is given in the text 49. The decision by Draupadi to forgive Ashwatthama is dharmyam, according to the religious principles. Okay, so Yudhishthira was also for it. So Yudhishthira actually supported Draupadi's point of view. Sutta uvacha dharmam nyayam sakarunam निर्व्यालिखम समम महत् राजधर्मा सुतो राज्ञा प्रत्यानंद vajo dvijaha. Sri Sudha Goswami said, "O Brahmanas, King Yudhishthira fully supported the statements of the queen, which were in accordance with the principles of religion, and was justified, glorious, full of mercy and equity, and without duplicity." So Yudhishthira Maharaj actually supported Draupadi for forgiving Ashwatthama. That was dharmyam. And nyayam means Draupadi's decision is justified. Since the Pandavas had learned martial art from Dronacharya, it would be ungrateful for them to kill Ashwatthama. See, what we are supposed to give Guru Dakshina, we are supposed to serve the Guru. But then the Dronacharya taught all of them martial arts, and Arjuna, they all fought the battlefield of Kurukshetra and won just because of the knowledge Dronacharya gave. And what are they giving back by killing their son? No. So even though the son is sinful, they are saying that it would be ungrateful for them to kill Ashwatthama, because it's their guru. And Saka Aruna means full of mercy. It was Mahat, it's glorious, the decision of not killing. Samam, equity, that is equanimity, because she is seeing Kripi also in her own position, Nirvyalikam, without duplicity. It's not like inside, outside, he's not killing, and inside want to kill. No, inside also she don't want to kill Ashwatthama. So because of these reasons, Yudhishthira Maharaj supported. But Bhima disagreed on forgiving or leaving Ashwatthama, because Arjuna's confused. So that's why Arjuna was in confusion, actually in dilemma, what to do with Ashwatthama. Because there are people who support for it, or Yudhishthira and Draupadi, but then you can see as Arjuna and Bhima, in the sense Krishna, okay, also support of not of to kill So Arjuna was confused in a dilemma in order to satisfy both the parties, that is Krishna and Bhimasen wanting to kill, while Maharaj Yudhishthira and Draupadi, even Nakula and Sahadeva wanted to leave Ashwatthama. Okay, Nakula, Sahadeva also left. So he was actually in confusion now what to do. Who's supporting Sama, not. So Arjuna took shelter of Lord Krishna now. So the Karpanya dosha Fahada Swabhava Prichamitam Dhamma Sammudacheta Yashreyasan Nishitam Prohitan Me Shishyaseham Shadimam Tam Prapanna. So 2.7 now in Bhagavad Gita. He surrendered because he was also having indecision whether to fight or not. So here also Arjuna is now having again indecision. Now Arjuna takes shelter of Lord Krishna in that case. So that's what we should do. So Lord Krishna harmonizes the situation and indicates to Arjuna. So Arjuna takes proper steps. What are the things he can do? Cut off his hair, take out the jewel of Ashwatthama and leave him without wealth and residence. This is a proper punishment for a Brahma Bandhu or relative of a Brahmana. It's as equal as killing. Okay, taking off the hair of somebody is as equal as killing. So this is the punishment which actually they gave to Ashwatthama, or that's what they wanted to do. The prescribed punishment for a Brahma Bandhu is never including killing, but cutting his hair, depriving him of his wealth, driving him from his residence. Okay, and also the hair and jewel from the head of Ashwatthama is taken off, because a Brahma Bandhu is not to be killed. But if he's an aggressor, he must be killed. So Krishna was saying that, see, he's an aggressor. Okay, but he should not be killed because he's a Brahma Bandhu. But he's an aggressor. He attacked someone with the weapons. And but then what should we do? The things what he said is take off his hair, the jewel of Ashwatthama, and leave him without his wealth and residence. And this is the punishment. It's as equal as punishing. So once what happened, some kind of an offense, kind of abuse happened. Yes, Madhu, you can share the attendance link. So some kind of abuse. And then what did they do? That person, that he was a devotee and some fault out happened, not going in detail. So what the other devotees did is they cut off his shika. So shika is supposed to be the identification of a Vaishnava. It's very, very important to have a shika for a Vaishnava. So here, cutting off the shika means as equal as beheading them. So it's like now Ashwatthama is, you can see the sword in Ashwatthama's hair, no, that shika part. Now they remove the hair, also take out the jewel which Ashwatthama had, and also deprived his wealth and residence. This was actually the punishment he got as a Brahma Bandhu, a relative of the Brahmana. Okay, so just imagine that is the going through that kind of a punishment is also very, very bad for Ashwatthama, in the sense they have not killed, but actually it's like killing. It's almost. So that's the punishment he got. Vapanam dravinandanam sthanan niryapanam tada eshahi brahma bandhunam vado anyano stiddaika. Cutting the hair from his head, depriving his wealth, deriving him from his residence as prescribed punishment for the relative of a Brahmana. There is no injunction for killing the body. Okay, so killing, actually life is given by Krishna. So we cannot take away the life of another person. So here, the correct punishment they gave to Ashwatthama. Okay, so here, what Pandavas did, is it right or wrong?
It is right, Mataji.
It is right, Mataji.
Yeah, finally it was right what they did. No, why?
Yes, it is a worse humiliation for a Brahmana.
Yeah. Yeah,
It is worse than killing itself.
Yes. Yes, Anupama Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, as the sixth question says, where have the principles of the principles of religion will go after Krishna departs. This also is the case where dharma is established for war crimes. War crimes have to be treated differently from the normal civilian laws. And here it was a beautiful example how Arjuna decided by taking away the residence wealth and the shikhar of the culprit. Acknowledging that he's not a normal murderer, killer. He was, as they were part of the circumstances of the war, and it was a war crime. And acknowledging it as a war crime.
Yes, very nice. So yes,
I
so
think
now
it is a very beautiful example of the result or the punishment to be accorded to war criminals.
yeah, sometimes we feel no, like great politicians, children or something. They might have done a crime or killing or murder, and they escape the hands of the the law. In the sense, they might bribe someone or to have a good lawyer, and something they trick. All the evidence are gone, and they somehow burn the evidence or they destroy it, and somehow they escape the law. Okay, and the innocents will be punished. Recently, I heard somebody was in jail for 32 years, and then she was proved as if she's innocent. Just imagine 32 years, an innocent lady was in jail, and who was the real criminal? That person would be living very nicely, roaming around and doing more and more crimes. So they take the life of somebody, murder or something, do something and escape the law. Actually, they think they escaped and they're so happy, but actually, next life the reaction is waiting, right? So it's better to finish it off in this life and go to the next life. Sometimes we feel some of them are suffering lot of reactions of their karma. One way it's good, you finish it off in this life, no? Again and again, waiting for the karmic reaction to come in next life. Why that should happen? Okay, so here, life for a life. In the sense, the hang to death is actually one of the best punishment awarded. But sometimes it is said, no, that's the worst punishment. Why? That's an easy punishment, it is said.
Because he will suffer continuously. Every minute he is alive, he will suffer.
Yeah, actually, if you put somebody to death, then all the suffering is over in that particular life. Okay, next life he'll take and there's suffer. But then if that person is given some kind of a punishment, then he suffers every moment. He repent for the mistake he did. But yes, if they have done a crime of murder, then definitely they are they are hanged to death. Okay, that is the death sentence is given. So in this chapter, there's only Atmanamascha Muneyo verse, no? Do you memorize?
Yes, Mataji.
There's only one verse.
Number 10 only.
Okay. Putra Shogadura Sarve Pandava Saha Krishnaya Swanam Mritanam Yatkrityam Chakru Nirharanadikam. So thereafter, the sons of Pandu and Draupadi, overwhelmed with grief, performed the proper rituals for the dead bodies of their relatives. So they also showing us example, right example, like what the responsibilities and everything is they are doing. And so here, it's a very nice lesson for all of us, no? Like what are the points for and against killing Ashwathama being Brahmabandhu. But then there's so many points by Draupadi's behavior also we can learn how compassionate she was and what all she have done and the forgiveness what she have done. Actually, Ashwathama have done a lot of Vaishnava aparad, but then just by the compassion or the mercy of Draupadi, he is being forgiven. Okay, and even killing just imagine, okay, killing the 5 sons who are sleeping, it's an offense. Okay, what he did. But trying to killing the child in the womb, what can you compare it to? That Brahmastra and that in nowadays. Nowadays also such
Nuclear
things
bomb.
happen, no?
Nuclear weapon.
bomb.
Biological
Nuclear
weapons
weapon.
and
What
nuclear
else?
weapons, Mataji.
What else is happening?
Brahmos.
Womb of the mother.
Miscarriage.
Abortion.
Abortion.
Yeah. These two words are different, miscarriage and abortion. You know the difference?
Yeah, but abortion is induced, miscarriage
Yeah.
by itself.
Miscarriage happens on its own. Like sometimes suddenly the mother has a excessive bleeding, or she has severe pain, and you do any USG, there is no heartbeat for the child. It's like naturally the child, the embryo dies in the womb, or in the sense the soul leaves the body of the baby. So natural it is. You don't have to do anything, do it, because sometimes the pregnancy might be unhealthy, or sometimes the embryo would have implanted in a fallopian tube. That's called ectopic pregnancy outside the uterus. So that's very, very dangerous, and it's life-threatening for the mother itself. I still remember a patient who came with a rupture of ectopic pregnancy, and she was like fully pale, and she had a lot of bleeding, and her pulse was weak. She was about to die. It's like very, very, very serious emergency. And what happened? The anesthetists were not available. And what to know now? How to take care of her health, of her life, because we were about to lose her. She already had a baby and a very young child. So now we have to save the, so my gynecologist, my senior, he was very, very brave person. He gave a local anesthesia around that place. And then because she's already kind of collapsed, now she's already in pain. She will not realize the pain of a surgery. And he immediately gave local anesthesia, took out that fallopian tube wherever after scanning, and then he just cut it off because so much bleeding was happening. It was taking her own life. And sometimes it happens. So that is on its own. We don't have to do anything. It is just because of a disease condition where it happens. But abortion is induced. You take medicine. And the same professor, he is very known for infertility treatment. He gives them, he treats both husband and wife, nice counseling. He gives them routine checkup, ovulation study and everything. And so many babies were born because of him, because of his treatment, which he have given. So his policy is, I really respect that person, that doctor, because it's very genuine. Anybody comes for abortion, he immediately writes in the paper that he doesn't do it. Because he's like, on one hand, I'm praying to God to give the children to people, because nowadays infertility is like so much. There are many couples who don't have a child in life, and they cry and they struggle and they pray, what all they do for years and years, 10, 20 years, just waiting for a child to be born, and IVFs and what all they do. But on the other hand, if a sir is like, with the same hand I'm treating infertility, and the same hand I give drugs to kill the child in the womb, that papa, it will come. And it says, what will happen to the gynecologists who actually give medicine or who do the abortion? Actually, it's
Going
again
to
the
hell,
medical.
Mataji. Going to hell.
Yeah,
Punishment.
it says
Going to
they
hell.
also will go to the darker regions of hell. Prabhupada says in the purport, Prabhupada was so grieved, so much angry on them. Prabhupada's like, who supports also will get the karma sharing. Because what are we doing? Krishna has sent a soul to take shelter of the womb of the parents, and they just want sense gratification. They don't want the burden of having a child and just destroying or killing the child in the womb itself. And the soul in the embryo also have done sin, because the child is not able to come out or undergo his karmic reactions. He is destroyed in the womb itself. So abortion is induced. They take pills or medicines or whatever they do and trying to kill the baby. So I know another gynecologist who just want money. Even though the patient is about to have normal delivery, some reasons they'll say to make it cesarean, so they get a lot of money. Just business. So it's not nice. But then she started doing all kind of abortion things, which is, we know it is very sinful, but they don't realize, because they see money more than anything else. And they think, oh, it's my profession. They don't want the child, so I'm doing it. It's just my profession. But then in profession also, there is something like do's and don'ts, no? Like the etiquette, we should follow. So that's why Prabhupada always says, all these professionals all should become Krishna conscious, so that they know what is right, what is wrong, and what the sinful reactions coming and everything. So here, this Brahmastra, okay, that is like a nuclear weapon also, and also like an abortion. So much sin Ashwatthama have done, and still he's been excused. Just because that is the main reason why Ashwatthama was excused.
Draupadi's compassion.
Okay. But even if Draupadi didn't have a compassion, he would be excused.
Because he was the son of Dronacharya.
Yeah, he was the son of the
Dronacharya.
guru. That is the main reason, actually.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there is a MTP, that is medical termination of pregnancy, that is allowed. See, in case if there is a child in the womb who is actually threatening to the mother's health. So in that case, or if the child is actually supposed to have some kind of a disease condition, okay, a child with one ventricle in the heart, or a child with a lot of defects, even if the child is born, it will not survive for a long time. So such things and all, it's allowed in the medical termination of pregnancy, is allowed by law. But that also there is a criteria before 12 weeks or 20 weeks, something, no?
20 weeks.
20 weeks. But still, I've seen, if they see a Down syndrome child as somebody who's having a mental disorder in the womb, they immediately go for MTP. But I've seen parents who still keeps the baby. Okay, and they take care of the baby even though born with Down syndrome or some kind of mental disease, because they don't want the child to be destroyed. And there was another female who was actually done a sterilization technique of putting copper tea or something. They don't want babies, so they have stopped. But still, the child was born with the copper tea in the hand. You heard of it?
Yeah, yes, but
There was a copper tea in the baby's hand.
Yes,
Baby,
ma'am.
or
Yes,
it might be like
yes.
some pregnancy happened and they still keep it because they were so elderly. Still they said to me, like, see, Krishna has given the child, so who are we to, so even though we don't want, some financial reasons, so many reasons they say, but then that is the right attitude. If Krishna has sent a soul to us and we take care of that, so we can't just try to take the life of that soul. I mean the body of that soul. So because the soul have come there to undergo the karmic reactions, and what are we doing now? And because of us, instead of getting human form, they might go down, and we also go down because of that. Yes, Jyoti Mataji.
Mataji, I wanted to say there is so much difference. Some people they give birth to a normal child. Child is normal in the womb and they get it killed, infanticide. While
Yes,
some people they give birth to special children and they are
yes,
so loving and caring. They say to hell with the world. They
yes,
give the child proper attention and care. So much difference and treat
yes,
it with love as a gift of God and say it's a
yes,
blessing for us.
yes. So that's all depends on the parents' attitude and how they have done. But before coming to Krishna consciousness, most of them would have done some kind of sinful activities without knowing which is right or wrong. I know one Mataji who had girl kids, like two of them already, and the third one again they are diagnosed to be a girl. So okay, somehow they were not into Krishna consciousness that time, so they did the sin, and then they come to Krishna consciousness, they repent or they actually understand the mistake. So sometimes there are sins which are done before coming to Krishna consciousness because of ignorance. We don't know whether it's right or wrong. Nobody told us. We never knew about the aspect of a soul and about Krishna and karmic reactions. But everything is taken care. No, till when we came to Krishna consciousness. But after knowing and still doing the sin, that is more grievous. Yes, Anupam Mataji.
Mataji, I do not understand Draupadi's behavior. First, she is very hurt, and then she behaves in a very
Uh,
compassionate manner. Any woman who's lost her children would not forgive. Like in Delhi, there was a tragedy, Upahar tragedy, if you a long time back, not very long, 20 years back, and 19 children were lost. They were college-going students and children, and a couple lost both their children, their son and the daughter also. And the case against Ansals has been going on since last 25 years. They are on bail. They are rich people. I don't think those parents would want either. It's a very civil matter, a very peaceful process has been going on since last 20 years. I don't think anybody would want to forgive the owners and the management for their negligence in maintaining a cinema hall. And why is it that Draupadi is behaving like that? Because she's friendly to the mother of Ashwadhama, because of Dronacharya, Brahmana. Oh, it is only
because she's
Yudhishthira is saying
because
because
she is
he wants the.
because she's a pure devotee. She is the eternal associate of the Lord. We are all conditioned souls, Mataji, a conditioned body. Like there's a lot of difference between a Patatma and a Nitya Siddha and a Nitya Mukta and Nitya Baddha. So they are all Nitya Muktas. They are associates of the Lord. Draupadi is associate of Krishna. Okay, when you see, because Arjuna is Vishaka Saki and Draupadi has come as a wife of Arjuna. So definitely she's also an eternal associate of the Lord. So she is setting as a right example. She says, is showing us an example. Like when Hiranyakashipu was killed by Narsimhadev, the first thing Prahlad asked is, did my father get delivered? Who can ask like that? A father, we can't forgive a father like that. Just imagine trying to kill you with all kind of things, all kind of weapons and poison and so many things. Made his own mother give poison. Hiranyakashipu was so sinful against Prahlad. But what did he do? He paid obeisance to Hiranyakashipu. He asked for his deliverance. So this is, they cannot be compared. See, you compared Draupadi with a mother who lost her two children. She is a conditioned soul. But Draupadi is not on that platform. We cannot drag them to our platform. That's why we are not able to understand, because Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra, it is said. We cannot understand how a Vaishnava behave. But Draupadi is being so compassionate because she is the associate of Krishna. Okay, we should understand in that way. And as you said, the management and all that, they are also conditioned souls, and they were not so qualified people. But here, Dronacharya has been a Brahmana, has been their guru. That is the only thing. She was not compassionate to Ashwathama. She was compassionate to Dronacharya and his wife Kripi. Okay, because they are also highly elevated souls. They are all devotees, Matajis here. So they are all Nitya Siddhas, or eternally associated people, or delivered, in the sense already liberated souls. So we cannot take them to our platform of understanding. But the lesson we can learn from Draupadi is that forgiveness is actually very important. Anybody does any offense to us, that Mataji, if she didn't lose that two of her kids in that particular accident or incident, still she would have lost them in some other way. Might be some disease or something else, an accident. Why? Because that was the lifespan given to those two kids. That we can think in that way, no? Or what, that is the karmic reaction which she had to undergo, or her fate of karma coming back. So it might be different events, like some of them lost their dear ones during Corona time. If not that, it might be some other disease, cancer, and so many things are nowadays for me. So death is as sure as death. Prabhupada says, as sure as death. And death will definitely come. And if the lifespan of the children, or someone has been prescribed, it's already given, what can we do? Rakhe Krishna, Mare Krishna Rakhe. It's Krishna deciding that when the soul have to leave the body. So this must be the cause. This might be the cause for this. They will get the sin. And as you said, 20 to 25 years, they've been fighting and they're going in bail. They are enjoying. But you think karma will leave them? Definitely they'll be punished, no? Not in this life, next life. They will definitely get, because of the sin which they have done by taking this young lives and making their parents suffer. So definitely they've been sinful. They will suffer the reaction of the karma. May not be this life, some other life, definitely it will come. And whatever lifespan is given to a particular person, we can't extend it. We can't, unless it is said for a devotee's life, Krishna personally takes charge. But otherwise, when Raj decides, like when the soul has to leave the body, that time they have to leave. Might be some reason for that, some other reason. But if it is associated with some sinful activities, then yes, the reaction of that sin will definitely come to that sinner, whoever have done it. So in Draupadi's case, that's why we're not able to understand her, because she is eternal associate of the Lord. She's a pure devotee. We really can't really understand her compassion. How can, as Mother said, only when you go through that pain, we really know. And nobody can forgive Ashwathama for that. Taking the life of 5 children, not 1, 2, 3, 5 children were taken. And for a mother to experience that pain, that's the highest. Than fathers, I've seen how mothers go through the pain. Some of them go into depression. Some of them don't talk forever, or they can't bear the separation from their children. But she, being so compassionate, just because she wanted to set a right example, or she's showing how a pure devotee behaves at that particular time. Like Prahlad Megharaj forgave his father. Even Haridas Thakur, he was bitten in 22 marketplaces. He forgave those people who beat him. We can't do that, but they are all eternal associate. Haridas Thakur is Brahma. Yes, Kanjan Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, you said that the soul has completed its time. Like Krishna will be deciding when that soul will be leaving the body. So if the soul leaves body by if somebody murders that body and the soul leaves, but the time is already decided by Krishna, no? So why the sin is attracted? Like why that sin is attracted by some other body?
Sin attracted by another body?
Yeah, Mataji, like somebody kills some other body. No, but time is already decided by Krishna. So why that sin is attracted by some other body?
Why are you killing someone else? Because somebody else have killed you in that particular life. You understood? Okay. There is an example is why, what is the definition of mamsa? Mamsa. You kill me, I kill you
I
next life.
kill you. Yeah. Yeah.
So similarly, if this girl has been killed by this boy, that means that boy was killed by this girl in the previous life. Might be some other body it was. Understood?
So Mataji, if like this girl is being killed by some, like it's like, like he's giving that murder and you are attracting that murder. Like in previous life, you said that murder was done by that body. But Mataji, this karma cycle will go on, no? Then, like
Yeah, the
in
reaction will
another
go
life.
on and on and on. That's why all should take to Krishna consciousness, it is said. Because now this boy killed that girl, and now we don't know where the karma gets balanced. No, we don't know. Only Krishna knows. And then again that reaction comes. Again reaction comes. That's why Krishna consciousness is so important, because you do akarma, the seed of sinful activities, the desire to do sinful activities, or kutam, beecham, falonmukam, everything gets destroyed. So that's why to end the cycle of karmic creation, that's why this rebirth keeps happening, Mataji. Yes, it's all karma coming back. That's why Punarabhijananam again take birth, because of how Dhritarashtra did, killing those the eggs of that bird 50 janma back. No, he took 50 janmas to become Dhritarashtra, to acquire the punya to have 100 sons. So just imagine 50 janma Dhritarashtra took for one sin. How many janma that boy or girl who did the murder had to do to enjoy or suffer the karmic reaction? The karma is like that. That's why we should be very careful. When we do our sinful activities. That's why ISKCON, not only ISKCON, any actually spiritual organization should go with these 4 regulative principles of no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling. Because when you're intoxicated, you do sin. No, that's normal. No, you take the crime rates. Most of the crime that have happened, son killing a mother or whatever. How can a son do that? I was shocked to hear. How can a son do something to the mother like that? Because he was intoxicated. So most of the alcohol and whatever drugs they take, that's what loses their consciousness or intelligence, and crime happens. So the 4 regulative principles keeps you right in track. Like we discriminate between what is right and wrong, and we avoid doing sinful activities consciously, so that the reaction doesn't come. And whatever sin we have already done, Krishna consciousness will take care of it. So yes, reactions keep coming.
Mataji, like if after murder they go to jail, like they go to jail and they repent for their sins. So that is not balanced, Mataji. Like if they are going jail, they are in jail for 32 years, like 35 years in foreign
That's the
countries.
law. What can we do for that? That's the law. It's given time for them to repent for their mistake. We can't go against the law, no? So there also, if they do some crime, they go to the jail and they repent. Actually, there's also punishment happening there, and they repent for, they do or may not repent. But again, if the karma is not over, definitely next life it will come, Mataji. Next life they have to take up the karma.
Okay,
They cannot just escape the law of karma. So it will happen. But we don't know. See, we are not the authority to say that who should be punished, who should not, and how the punishment should be. Krishna decides it. So the Padma Puran also says one verse, okay, about how the different stages of Papa gets destroyed. See here, Aprarabdha Phalan Papam. Aprarabdha Phalan Papam Kutam Beecham Phalonmukam Kramaneva Praliyade Vishnu Bhakti Radhatmakam. Aprarabdha Phalam Papam Kutam Beecham Phalonmukam. So these are the different stages of sinful life. Aprarabdha means unmanifested. You have done a sin, but you didn't get the reaction yet. That is aprarabdha. Means it's just waiting to fructify. Phalam is the already fruit you're already experiencing, like you have some kind of a disease or something. That's all because of the Purva Janma Krutam Papam Vyadhi Rupana Chaitya. That's because of the sin we have done in previous life comes as disease. And Papam, the sin, the Phalam Papam is same. Kutam means the sinful disposition. Feel like doing the sin again and again and again. Then Bijam is the seed. And Phalonmukam. 1 week back, I think, 2 children came to our temple. Very young, very cute, and they were very innocent. So all were there, and then suddenly they started crying when they went out, and they came out and came back and started crying. And like, what happened? What happened? Their cycle got robbed or something. Somebody stole their cycle. The cycle is not there. Now there were like different cameras in the temple. So they started checking the camera and they saw 2 boys had been there in the temple premises. And when immediately these children came to that inside the temple, these 2 boys stole the cycle. Now what to do? They were also young. They are boys. Now how can, then finally we came to know there is a boy in the locality who keeps taking away all the cycles. He keeps taking, but then in young age he started stealing. So as he grow, the tendency of stealing keeps increasing. No, he felt stealing it again. What is that disease called? Kleptomania. You feel you are rich, but you have the tendency of steal.
Yes, Mataji, kleptomaniac.
Kleptomania. It's kind of a disease, a psychic condition where they might be, even I know so many great actors and actresses also have this disease. Like they don't know that they are stealing, but just that they already have it at home, or they're very rich, but they have this tendency of taking something and keeping hiding. So it's like a psychological disease, it is said. So that kuta means the tendency to do the sin. It might come from previous life. And bijam is like a seed. You have already done the sin in previous janma and it's about to fructify. It's like a bijam. A falon mukam, it's already fructified. Whatever stage of your sin is, kramaneva praliyate, slowly it will go off. How? Vishnu Bhakti Radatmamam. If you do bhakti to Vishnu, that's the only way it can. So only way of ending our karmic cycle. So there are different stages of dormant reaction to the sinful activities that is observed in sinful life. Sinful reaction may just waiting to take effect, that is Falanmukha. Reaction may still further dormant, Kuta. Reaction may be in a seed-like stage, that is Bija. In any case, all type of sinful reaction are vanquished one after another if a person engaged in the devotional service of Lord Vishnu. Padma Purana says this. So just Krameneva Praliyade Vishnu Bhakti Radatmakam. Okay. Aprarabdha phalan papam kutam bijam phalanmukam krameneva pralede Vishnu Bhakti Radatmam. Just by doing devotional service to Krishna, the seed of sinful life get roasted or boiled. Now, when the seed is boiled or roasted, it will not fructify. So whatever sin yes, all of us are sinful. No, we may have done little sin or bigger sin, whatever. We're all sinful. That's why we're in the material world, or else we would have gone back to Krishna. So we all have done sin. Now that sinful reactions might be in different stage. Some of us, that's why when devotees get disease, it's their karma getting vanquished. It's that karma. And so they see Krishna there also. Like Krishna is trying to help me to overcome my sinful reactions. So yes, Mataji, there's a lot of the whole world, it's becoming crazy and crazy because of these sinful things happening. And the reaction keep coming. People don't realize, oh, I'm suffering because of my own karma. It says, you have a nice feast, prasadam. You keep eating. What happens? Sometimes you bite your own tongue. And can you blame the cook? Can you blame someone else? No, you suffer. You just keep quiet and you bear the pain of biting the tongue is like the great pain we can have, no? When you have a nice feast. So you just have to tolerate it. Similarly, whatever karmic reaction is coming, it's my sin. What my parents or my family has to do with it, and we blame others. Because of him, I'm like this. Because of him or her, I'm like, no, it's all my own karma from some other janma. Krishna knows it, which janma it is. But for a devotee, there is a special consideration, like because we are taken to devotional service, Krishna trying to minimize the suffering. So for a devotee, suffering is also not considered as a suffering because he sees Krishna there. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So very nice chapter, to learn so much about in this chapter. So can we have our sloka exam next week?
Yes.
That is on 11th. So Supriti Mataji now will self-announce in the group so that devotees realize that they have to give exam also and just not attend fast track. Now most of them are escaping to fast track so as to just listen to the class. Then there's no certification you get. So, and also there's so many attending from different languages. I think all different languages are coming for fast track. Now tracking them is very, very difficult now. So we have to get score from different teachers and so Mataji, they should let me know if they are going to write exam with a fast track and not giving exam in this batch. Okay. I'll end their Excel sheet. In Excel sheet, I'll mark and keep so that they don't, they have to give exam there. They can't skip there and here and at the end, no, there'll be confusion where they gave exam and where are the scores in air. So Radhika Mataji and me all has to sit together and break our head at the end. So that should not happen. And Amrishta Prabhu is definitely going to ask us what is happening. So we have to track whichever devotees are going to write exam in this batch, let me know. And going for fast track, let me know. So that I know most exam they will come and write here only because you don't want to take a fast track exam. It's
Yes,
okay.
Mataji.
See, if I was in fast track, I will also not able to give a fast track exam because it's not easy to learn slokas and all. So you can do exam here. So December 11th, can we have sloka exam? Only one sloka, no? Atma Ramascha Muni.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
18th
Yes.
we'll have theory. Okay. Just announce in the
Yes.
group. 11th
Yes.
will be a sloka exam. 18th is closed book. And
Yes,
it's
Mataji.
compulsory unless if they want to give exam in a fast track, please inform us prior. And they can't jump, Mataji. They go to fast track, try there and come back. No, no, you can't do all that. So they should be intelligent to decide where they want to go. Yes, Mantagini Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Kalavati Mataji here.
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna.
next week Guru Maharaj is coming Mumbai, 11th,
Oh,
12th. Diksha
okay,
is
okay.
there.
You can
Yeah.
give sloka with on the theory day, 18th. Okay.
Okay,
Just
Mataji.
one sloka. Now you can. I think there is
Yes,
initiation
Mataji.
happening. Yes, Dinesh
Yes,
Prabhu, there is
Mataji.
initiation happening in Mumbai. If you can
Yes.
plan and go.
Yes, Mataji, but next year he's probably traveling to Bangalore, so I'm planning for Bangalore, not Mumbai.
Bangalore,
That's
is there initiation arranged?
Yeah, not arranged, but it is expected that from Bombay he is going to Bangalore and there shall be initiation.
Yeah, let's
Also.
keep tracking because we heard from JPS office that initiation is happening in Mumbai for sure. And
Yes.
we have given the list of devotees for initiation. We have sent the form to JPS office. They'll be calling for an interview in a week. So I think three devotees from English department and different departments are going for initiation in Mumbai. So I thought of telling you to join them or wherever Maharaj is available because you've been waiting more than 2 years now. After you're passing your interview from JPS office, it's high time you get initiated, Prabhu. Okay, so you should go along. Okay, Sridev, this Pravina Mataji.
Mataji, I wanted to ask you a fast track. Whatever exam you have cleared here, we need not write those chapters in fast track.
No. That's what. If I know that you're going for a fast track exam from chapter 7 onwards, I have to give you marks from chapter 1 to 6 to Radhika Mataji. And then I'll close the Excel sheet so that you go and continue there. So I want to know who is taking exam in which batch so that I mark them and give their scores to them. Okay, I have to hand over the scores because if I don't give the score there, she will not know who's going to take fast track batch. So all teachers, all language teachers are requested to actually give a list of devotees who are going to take exam on the fast track batch. So let us know prior now itself. Okay. Because I think you are absent here and you go write exam there and the scores will be like missing. And finally, when we send for a Bhakti Vaibhav session, a certification, it will be difficult. That's why. Okay. So I think we can end here. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Krishna.